what is in our minds that we are prejudging people based on information that has been given to us previously. It's the similar kind of thing, right? So the whole thing around the story work that we do, story meaning there is a voice in the mind, and it's playing out a certain narrative, and that narrative is constantly going. So kind of like that not good enough story. Therefore, there is a certain filter based on what that story is, right? The mind is saying, and our reality all that information has to go through that filter first, and our filters. So we all have our version of that and several layers of that. Those of you who have done the story work here in this body of work. So look at how much you've had to kind of dig through and shift and clear and heal and resolve, leave alone anyone else who's not done any of this kind of work, right? So they're just running around unconscious, and those patterns running them. So why do people judge others or prejudge others before? Because there's a set of filters that our mind, our brain is constantly running. And it's not bad because it's got you to where you are now. But if you are seeing it, it's because you're seeing the limits of it and you're ready to evolve beyond it. Therefore the work. And to evolve beyond the limitations of your past self, which was built based on the story, all the stories, the narrative that has been running internally. And until we pay attention, firstly to get present, and secondly then to navigate through it, and the work is to, you could say, heal, we will be caught in it. We will be stuck in those loops, those patterns, and they will run our lives. And it doesn't need thinking. It can happen very instantaneously because it's practiced. The story expresses itself through us on the physical, emotional, on all our levels. And it's practiced. You look at the body and how a posture is shaped. Posture, body keeps score, right? So there's already books on it. What's that? It's your life story that your body is telling. Where did you get it? Well, it's formed, right? Through our life. And our body shapes itself around our internal landscape, the story of the mind. And that's what we live unconsciously, subconsciously and unconsciously. So it's instant. Thinking is not needed. We just respond. That's why I talk about responsibility. That means you having this ability to respond. You're choosing your response. And to be able to choose your response, first you need to be able to be aware. You need to be aware that you are actually choosing. Or that you are not aware. Right? That's what I'm getting at. You have to be aware that you are not aware. And you are choosing without choosing. So therefore the first part is to get aware. That's why there's feel. Feel here manifests as feel part is a get present, get aware, wake up. And the simplest way, not always easy, but simplest I've found, is breath and body connection, because breath and body is always in the present moment. It helps wake up to the present moment. And the moment you're in the present moment, you're out of the spell of the story, doing time in our minds. And I'm using those words consciously. Doing time, like in prison. Most of us are locked up doing time in our heads, acting as if what is going on in our heads is reality, is the truth. We're just running a version of reality in our minds, living out as if it's true. Sounds a bit insane, doesn't it? But that's the human condition. So that's a short version of why.